Okay, Virgo, I've looked at the cards, so I'm ready to share. And I actually really like this reading. So I don't always talk about what I think this is around. So for your reading, it could talk to, many different situations. I'm picking up that this is like a love reading or relationship reading. Very strongly, this is what I'm getting. Excuse me. So whether it's from a romantic perspective or not doesn't really matter. But what I do want to point out before I start, and I try to say this in my readings too, if I'm talking about like kings and queens, I'm basically talking about masculine and feminine energy, but I will use the pronouns he and she. They can be interchanged. So, for example, if I'm talking about the King of Cups, I will say he, but it's basically a masculine energy. So it fits to whoever the person is whose personality and actions and everything mirror that King of Cups energy. So it could be a woman. But yes, I will say he or she. So you need to fit it into your situation however it works. Excuse me. Sorry, this is the first time I've been talking this morning, so probably going to clear my throat a lot. Throat chakra activated. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so, and this is going to sound really weird as I go through this, but honestly, this is a good reading. Okay, so underlying energy. We have the Empress. And the Empress, I love this card too. She's so pretty. The Empress is about, it's a feminine energy, and it's about creation and birthing something and building something and starting something. All about sort of, well, it's all around creativity. It typically represents like a mother figure. So think of someone who gives life, right? So this is the Empress, which is underlying energy, which is lovely. And this is you. Again, doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, but this is your underlying energy. Clarifier, though, is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords represents, it's like being beaten up and worn down and all that kind of stuff. So you may be feeling like that, and I have a feeling you are. As we go through the cards, you'll understand why I say that. But the good thing about it being a 10 is that whatever these feelings and situations are, it's coming to an end. So that's a good thing. So that's our underlying energy that we're starting out with. When we look at the foundation, we have the Death card. And what I'm getting from this, for this reading, is that something is being blocked. So it's like, so think about, we were talking about the Empress energy, and it's creating and building and birthing something new. Something is blocking that. And here's interesting clarifier with the Queen of Wands, who also is creative, very passionate. This is very fiery energy, so definitely creative. But normally this card, excuse me, sorry, when the Queen of Wands comes in reverse, it talks about this person being tired. And this has come up right, but I'm feeling that tiredness and exhaustion because of this underlying Ten of Swords energy. And I could be wrong. Maybe it's that you're coming out of that. So keep that in mind. But because this is blocked, I'm thinking it has to do with your actual physical energy. So that is in the foundation. Then when we look at the overall situation this month, we've got Judgment in reverse. And what I'm picking up from this is that you've received some kind of call to action. You've received some kind of message, calling, like a little nudge from the universe to do something, but you're not doing it. And as a clarifier, we've got the Tower in reverse, and this is telling me that it's not that you're not going to do this thing, but you're holding off. You're putting in a delay for whatever reason. Part of it could be this being beaten up, but it's not that you don't want to get things moving and started, because the creative cards are coming up here, and they're very strong as underliers and foundations. So, so you're holding off on this for whatever reason, and we'll get to that too. When we look to the past, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. And this is about like you needing to move on from a situation, but you're not. Like you were kind of flip-flopping back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? I kind of know I need to, but I don't know if I should, or I'm not ready. This is the energy that you were in the past. And I'm feeling like a lot of it is around security, because with this Ten of Pentacles, this is around stability and a stable home life and security and financial abundance. Like, see this little chickaboo here? She got her nice big house and her garden and her roses. She's all happy. So I have a feeling that whatever decision you were needing to make, and maybe it, oh, I'm dropping cards now. Maybe it had to do with this call to action. I think some of it is around security. And this maybe was one of the reasons that you're delaying on all of this stuff happening. When we look at current situation, it's Tower in reverse again. And it came up down here as a delay. And I'm getting that again. You're holding off on doing something. And the clarifier, Seven of Wands in reverse. And this is around a lot of problems and bullshit happening. So I think you're trying to work through stuff. Maybe it had to do with this decision that you needed to make. But I have a feeling that all of this has crept into the present. So this is kind of what's going on now. But you're holding off on doing something. And then when we get to the future, I think I kind of get, it's sort of coming clear into light why and what's going on. So I've got the Fool in reverse. And again, this is about being inactive. So it's not taking action. So we got that Judgment in reverse. We got the Tower in reverse twice. We got the Eight of Cups where you're flip-flopping. And now the Fool in reverse where you just don't want to make this move forward. So here I think is a huge clarifier for what we've seen in the cards up to this point. The Moon in reverse, what I'm getting from this is that you're not making a decision because there is something. So whatever this situation is, there is something that you're like, you know what? I kind of want to make that choice. I want to go for this. But you know, or you strongly suspect that it's something that may not be that good for you. So think about, you get out of a relationship and then a new guy comes into your life, or girl. I just say guy because I'm a woman. So someone new comes into your life and you're like, oh yeah, I'm kind of liking this person. I'm digging this person, but it's like the bad boy thing, right? You're attracted to them and you're like, but I know this might not be the best choice. This is where you're sitting. And this is a future thing. So this is going to come up. When we look at what's going on with you, like sort of what's in your head, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So Knights are forward moving energy, and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest one. So very earthy, very Capricorn. Actually, I'm a Capricorn, so I say that. So it's moving forward, but it's moving slowly. So maybe this thing that you're kind of like, oh, I'm not so sure. In your head, you're thinking, yeah, maybe we can do this, but let's just go a little slow. And at the same time, you're also thinking with the Six of Swords in reverse, you're looking around for the answer. Like, it's like looking for the solution to a problem. Not that I want to say this other person is a problem, but you're like, yeah, I feel like I want to move forward, but you're looking around going, what else? What else is out there? Not what's out there, but what other solutions are out there? What other possibilities are out there? What's possible with this situation is sort of where your headspace is, which I think is a good thing, because you're not just charging forward. Like, thank God this clarifier wasn't like, I don't know, the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Swords or something. Then I might have been a little worried. But when we look at external forces, and this kind of plays into this too. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Ten of Cups is an awesome card. It's about happy life, happy family, you know, everything's sunshine and roses, and life is beautiful. This coming in reverse, here's what I'm seeing. So this is external forces. So something is coming in, and I'm guessing it's a person or situation, but because I'm picking up on relationship, I'm going to talk about people. So something is coming in, and this is around, okay, so you're going to look at this and sort of like the total package, okay? So you're going to look at the whole thing and you're going to go, you know, I get this is good, right? This is this, but it's not what I pictured. This isn't the life I pictured for myself. This isn't the situation I pictured for myself, but it's good. It's just different. And we've got the Empress in reverse. So we had the Empress upright, right, in the underlying energy. Well, now she's here in the reverse. So you want to make things happen and create and all that good stuff, but you're holding off. And this is through the whole reading. It's like you're holding off. You're not sure, or you're waiting for something else to show up, to happen, to come to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like to be clarified. And that kind of speaks to the moon energy as well. Something not being clear. So when we look at your hopes and fears, we have the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles, what you're wanting is stability. And maybe it's stemming from this decision you had to make in the past, and that was around stability. Maybe you lost some of that, so you're looking for it again. And I'll talk about it from a relationship perspective, and I will talk about romantic, but it could even be like a business partner or something. You want someone who's stable and mature and has their shit together. This is what you're looking for. I think you had it and you want it back. And then the clarifier is the Two of Wands. And so this is like fork in the road, and you got to figure out which way to go. So you want this stability back, and you want to make sure that whatever choices come up, because I have a feeling that there are choices coming up, that you pick the right one. So totally understandable. So here's like the best part of the reading to me. I love this so much. Okay, so as potential outcome, we have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, it's another king energy. So this guy, this is a man who is, again, it's totally Leo energy. Doesn't have to be a Leo, but very fiery and passionate. This guy is honest. He's hardworking. He's creative. He cats me out, and he's pretty cool. This guy is definitely worth taking a look at, whoever he is. And the clarifier to that is Page of Cups. And this is screaming to me that this guy, he's got your curiosity piqued and you are giddy like a schoolgirl. So there you go. So this is a good thing. So it's funny because what you're looking for, right, is this King of Pentacles, this stability or whatever. And what comes in is totally not what you expected. So instead of the King of Pentacles, you got the King of Swords. Well, you know what? They're both good. So there you go. I hope this helps. Like, I really love this reading. But like, I was looking at the cards and I'm thinking, this is all about not taking action. You know you need to do something, but you're holding off, you're holding off, you're holding off. And I think you were just holding off, waiting for this guy to come in. When he showed up, you were just surprised at who he was. So, oh my God, this is so cool. I love this. Okay, or woman, right? Don't forget, this could be male, female, doesn't matter. Whichever gender you are, which you go for. If you're into same gender, that's fine too. So just take the energy as it is, right? But this is so cool. So whoever this King of Wands is, I want to know who this is. I want to know how this plays out, because this is so cool. I love this reading. Oh my God. You know what? There's no bad cards. We're just going to ignore them all. Here's what we're doing. Because you know I do this. I'm not even picking fruit. Because you know what? Here's what we're doing. We got King of Wands right on top. And look, I put the Ten of Cups behind it. There we go. So there's your reading. Oh my God, I'm such a goof. All right, so let's get into some oracle cards. I almost don't even want to do them because this reading was so cool, but we're gonna. Spirit, because that's what I do. Oh, on that note, I'm telling people that thinking about changing up my readings a little bit. I think I feel like they're too long. Well, if I didn't talk so much, maybe they wouldn't be so long. But if I didn't talk so much, you wouldn't get all this awesome information. So I was thinking of cutting back the oracle cards from 3 to 2. 3 might be just a little bit too long. Ooh, guess we're taking that one. Key of Life. The Ankh pretends new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have the spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Let it happen. There we go. Creativity, there's you and your King of Wands. Woo! It's all good. Love it. Love it. Spirit. So, and again, I'm talking about this from a romantic perspective, but like I said, it could be, it could be a business partner, could be like a new job situation, could be a new friend, right? New companion, new buddy, new tribe, could be any of that stuff. Where's my book? Okay, 36. 36. Self-talk. This is a high energy card, and it is directly related to how you are treating yourself. Note how the teeth inside the mouth point inward in the image. Your guides are telling you that it's time to work on being kinder to yourself. It is important that you become aware of your self-judgments and inner dialogue. It is, oh, that's a typo. I never noticed that. It's time to start consciously talking to yourself as if you were your best friend, using kindness and compassion. You do this for others, now it's time to do it for yourself. Now, I didn't pick that up during the reading, but that message came up for a reason. So, yeah, if you're like beating yourself up or like having those negative thoughts, especially towards yourself, make sure you be nice to yourself. Because the kinder you are to yourself, and everyone else obviously, but be nice to yourself. Good things will come. Life gets better and better when you're good to yourself, and that's when your King of Wands shows up. There you go. Spirit. Okay, one more message. Let's see what your soul wants you to know. Soul, spirit, same thing. We got the spark of the divine in all of us, so these are cute cards though. I might switch up my decks too for February, so watch for that. Enthusiasm. I celebrate everything in my life and I live in limitless joy. There you go. And you know what? That kind of does kind of comes in like, oh my God, I cannot talk this morning. Okay, kind of goes hand in hand with this like negative self-talk. Be enthusiastic about life. And that includes being enthusiastic about yourself.